On today's show, youth get inspired to help their communities with Cops for Cancer. A new Canadian travel show.
Welcome to Main Island.
And raising money for music therapy with Music Heals. All this and more right now on Community Connection. Hi, I'm Dana Schindel, and welcome to Community Connection, the show about the people and the places that make the Lower Mainland great. Today, we're in Vancouver's downtown east side at the Union Gospel Mission. We're going to take a tour, learn more about what they do and why it's important. We've got a great show for you today. Up first, Darren Storsley joins Cops for Cancer as they encourage youth to get involved in the community.
Across British Columbia, teachers and students are faced with a new curriculum. Some of the big aspects of that curriculum is getting kids more excited and involved in the community and sharing their gifts and talents with others. Well, today at the Langley Fine Arts School, students and teachers have far exceeded those expectations as they welcome the riders from the 2016 Cops for Cancer Tour.
I think it's really critical that children learn to be lifelong learners and that learning doesn't happen from 9 till 3. There's an amazing richness within our community for everyone to learn.
I think it's important because it gives them a sense of accountability and responsibility for their community, and it gives their community a chance to see who the faces are in their school and a chance to kind of grow from the roots up. Because once they're responsible for it as kids, they'll become responsible community members as adults.
I'm with Isaac and Jaron, and this summer they donated their time through music at the Miss BC pageant. And guys, that night raised $40,000 for Cops for Cancer, and that's a lot because of what you guys did. Why is it important for kids your age to reach out like that and to support charities like this?
Well, I think it's really important because music brings out emotions in people that a lot of other types of charity events can't, because through music, every piece has a different emotion that it can come across very differently depending on how you interpret it. So I think it's really important to donate your time through music because it has a lot of different effects they can have on different people.
I think it's really important that young people like us needs to volunteer because we're right this century right now, we're privileged enough to actually learn all this music, drama, art, especially this school. So it's important for us to give back to our community and show them what we've actually learned.
Well, I caught up with 3 of our riders, 2 of the most handsome ones, of course. You know how I am. And this beautiful, beautiful girl and this beautiful lady in the middle. Now, I just want to know, what is it like when you ride across the province and you visit schools? Like, what is the inspiration of our kids reaching out? What does that do for you, and how does that make you feel?
It's always great. It's amazing to see the reaction of kids actually when we're giving the message away and passing what we know nowadays that we didn't know back in the days. And obviously kids are the next generation. They're the people who are going to take our steps afterwards. And I think for me, sharing those moments with kids makes my day.
I think the kids, for us, it's the inspiration. When we come into a school and we see signs with our names on it, it doesn't matter that it rained, it doesn't matter that we just had a big crash and everybody fell down. There are people there who have made signs for us. They've never even met us, and it motivates us to go out and do more and spread the message. And it's a blast being a cop and coming into a school and having that reaction from kids and being able to be that positive influence.
I think the coolest thing about just like especially being one of the return riders is the fact that doing this and talking to all the kids throughout the Lower Mainland is the fact that they actually hear what we're saying. And coming back a number of years, there's kids who have my trading cards from previous years and say Justin, and they'll call me out, or on the street, or a parent will come up to me and say, your kid just brought home your card from school. And I think that's the cool thing that they said they know all about the cancer prevention and whatnot, so it's nice that they're actually not just seeing us, but they're actually hearing what we have to say.
You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk.
Teachers, students, and cops exceeding expectations of connecting with the community. If you want to support the Cops for Cancer Tour, please visit the website on the bottom of your screen. For Community Connection, I'm Darren Storsley.
raise me up to more than I can be.
Thanks, Darren. Up next, Stephanie Florian chats with Landyachtz as they expand their empire from longboards to include bicycles.
Canadian skateboard company Landyachtz has just launched its latest initiative. Tonight we are going to get a sneak peek at their new premium bike brand, Landyachtz Bikes.
Well, Landyachtz has always been about what we've been into and what we've been passionate about. And in the past few years, we found ourselves getting more and more into cycling.
By using the products ourselves and our staff really using the products and being passionate about it, we can really fine-tune the product into exactly what we want and what we need in a bike, and hopefully that translates to people wanting the same thing. And so the two bike designs, one is the 1146 series, which is handcrafted in Vancouver here, in the shop here, and it's a steel-framed road bike. So just with the steel, you get a really supple ride and not too much of a weight disadvantage to carbon. And we prefer the steel feel, so that's what we're doing with that bike. And then the CB, the city bike, it's got disc brakes and internal hubs, so it's nice and quiet and low maintenance. And it's got an aggressive geometry, so it's really fun and fast and nimble.
We've been a skateboard company for a long time, but we're never just about skateboards. We're about enjoying Vancouver and the world outside. And the bikes is the natural extension of that for us, where some people can be in and out of skateboarding for part of their lives. People are cyclists for their whole lives. And we all have been, and now we are really stoked to be able to build on that even further.
Thanks, Stephanie. After the break, Jeremy Hunka takes us on a tour of the Union Gospel Mission. Also after the break, music heals. Community Connection will be right back.
Is it okay to say
No.
Would I be allowed to say
No.
How long does it take to get to third base?
Long. Trust me.
It's where you live. Shaw TV, your local voice.
Welcome back to Community Connection. We're here with Jeremy Hunka, spokesperson of the Union Gospel Mission. Hi, Jeremy. Thanks for having us.
You bet. Thanks for coming.
What is the Union Gospel Mission?
Union Gospel Mission has been around for 75 years in Vancouver. Our mission is to overcome poverty, homelessness, and addiction one life at a time. We do everything we can to ensure that people have a place to go when they need help. So we have emergency shelter. We serve up to 800 meals every day. We give them housing supports. We have drug and alcohol addiction recovery program. We have an after-school program for young kids in the downtown east side. We give women and women with children a safe, stable, secure refuge to make sure that everybody, from the smallest child to a senior, isn't alone and doesn't feel forgotten. So this is what we like to call UGM's living room. It's our drop-in center where we allow people to come by, get a coffee, talk to somebody about what they're needing, or if they don't have any clothes or they don't have warm winter clothes, they can come here. We'll open our clothing room, give them a jacket, give them some shoes, and really crucial, here is a place where they can come and talk to our outreach staff about what they're going through.
Now, the Union Gospel Mission is a Christian organization.
Yeah,
Do you have
that's
to
right.
be Christian to access these services?
Absolutely not. One of our core values is that we serve people without discrimination. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what you believe, or what your hobbies are, frankly. We are here for everybody.
Thanks, Jeremy. While we get ready for our tour, check out this story with Marnie Maines talking to Community Connection alumnus Clayton Timko about his new show, Spot On Canada.
Canada is a vast and majestic country. Many Canadians haven't even experienced a fraction of what this beautiful country has to offer. Today I catch up with Clayton Timko, who's hoping to change all of that with his new show, Spot On Canada.
No matter what happens, you have control of the boat. Left? Your other left.
Oh, my other left. Oh, crap.
I'm hanging out here with Clayton Timko for an exclusive viewing of Spot On Canada, Clayton's new show. Clayton, welcome. What was your motivation behind starting this show?
Well, I have a passion for television that I've had my whole life, and I've also done a lot in the travel industry for a long time. So my business partner, Jeremy Cowie, and myself decided about a year ago that we wanted to combine my travel and my TV experience and create a show that will focus on profiling hidden gems in different cities across Canada.
Welcome to Main Island and Fairview Farm.
Welcome to Brandis.
Thank you. They're saying that this is definitely a hidden gem.
How do you choose these locations?
It has to be locally owned and operated businesses. So we profile a lot of family type businesses. We also like to focus on the ambiance and the atmosphere of the business. So we want a sort of escapism. We want the environment that we're profiling to take our viewers somewhere else.
This house was built in Vancouver in 1898.
So what are we going to see in these episodes?
Well, it is a mixture of food, good food, an activity, and then a night spot. So in the first episode, we go to a Mediterranean restaurant. I attempt disc golf.
The object of the sport is to get the disc into the basket in as few throws as possible.
And the great thing about disc golf is it's actually free to do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Free in Vancouver.
Free in Vancouver.
What?
I know, right? Get out of town. And we also do a night spot. So in the first episode, we go to the Kiefer Bar.
Oh, that's so cool. Wow. Asian pear, thank God.
It's a very fun show. It's fast-paced. And it just takes you, it takes you away from the daily realities of our busy lives. We really want to inspire tourism in Canada. So many people spend so much money to go outside of Canada, but there's actually so much to see in this country. There's so much natural beauty, and we just hope that our show will inspire that. Supporting also local businesses, that's really big for us. Is there's so many chains everywhere, but it's nice to go to those mom and pop businesses, and you have more of an experience when it comes from, you know, a smaller business and from family who treat you like family. Like when we were staying at the bed and breakfast, Elizabeth treated us like gold. And I kind of felt like I was at home with a family member.
So what are some of the places in Canada that you want to visit?
Oh, there's so many, but the top 3 I would say for me would be Whitehorse in the Yukon. I'd really love to go to Red Deer, Alberta. And I'd also love to explore Moose Jaw in Saskatchewan.
Saskatoon!
And Saskatoon, yeah. Spot on over into Saskatoon. A show that helps you discover some of the best hidden gems in cities across this great country of ours.
How can I see this show?
Well, we do have a YouTube channel, so if you go on YouTube and type in literally Spot On Canada, it will pop up right away. You can also visit it on my official website, which is claytontimko.com. We're always looking for good ideas. We want to talk to you.
Be sure to check out Spot On Canada. You never know what kind of hijinks Clayton Timko will get up to next. For Community Connection, I'm Marnie Maines.
Okay, so this is our emergency shelter. We have 5 rooms. We have 72 emergency shelter spaces at Union Gospel Mission. Comfortable beds. They're full pretty much every night here at UGM. We even have laundry service every 2 nights, and we also have lockers so that people can make sure that what they do have is secure.
How long can somebody stay here for?
So it really depends on what their individual need is. When somebody comes to UGM and gets a bed, we'll assign them a bed for up to 2 weeks. And that means they're out of survival mode. They can know that they have a place to stay and they can focus on whatever they need, whether that's getting a job, getting into housing. And at the end of 2 weeks, if they're still working towards those goals, of course, we'll extend that stay. Last year alone, we ended homelessness for 200 people, and 60 people graduated from our drug and alcohol recovery program. These are incredible transformations.
Why is it important to help somebody who needs help?
Because we're all human beings, we're all part of Metro Vancouver, and when we help one person out, we help the whole community. There's been numbers of studies that show it's much cheaper for everybody and much better for the quality of life for everybody in Metro Vancouver when we take care of somebody in need. And it's really crucial that we understand this one point, that A huge number of the people that come into UGM are just like you and I. Their fathers, their mothers, their sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles. These are people that a lot of them have never had experience with homelessness before. They, because of the affordability crisis, were thrown a curveball, and all of a sudden they're working a $12 an hour job, they lose their place, they can't find an affordable option, and they're homeless. This is happening more and more in Metro Vancouver. It's really scary, and we need to be there to help people, not only to help them, but to make Vancouver a better place.
We'll continue our tour of Union Gospel Mission after the break. Also after the break, finding your inner strength through yoga. Community Connection will be right back.
I'm thinking about getting a face tattoo. Heels or flats?
Heels, flats in your purse.
Do you have a show idea? Want to be on TV? Dream about creating local television content? Shaw is proud to support Access Programming and offers volunteer opportunities for in-studio and on-location productions. If you want to get involved, visit our website. See you on TV.
Welcome back to Community Connection.
So here we are in the kitchen. We serve about 800 meals every day at Union Gospel Mission. Tom's behind us working on some gravy. We're chopping up some vegetables over here. It's actually a really crucial time in Metro Vancouver and in BC. A recent report just came out and showed that 1 in 5 children in BC are living in poverty. And among female-led single-parent families, 1 in 3 in Metro Vancouver relies on a food bank. There's a lot of people in need, and when you are struggling, maybe struggling against poverty and working to get out of that, having a good, nutritious, warm meal is a great first step.
If somebody wanted to contribute to the work that Union Gospel Mission is doing, how could they do that?
There's so many ways. Number one, we're always accepting donations, so ugm.ca is a great way to start, even just $5 a month. Also, you can volunteer. You can donate your time. You can do everything from chopping onions, chopping carrots. You can wash dishes along with us. How to play guitar. These types of creative ways for people just to remember that they're not forgotten, that people care. And that makes a massive impact when people realize they're surrounded by people cheering them on and they have a bright future.
How long have you worked here for?
Next year will be my 10th year at UGM.
And why do you like it?
It's the best fulfilling job I ever had. It gives me a great feeling every night when I go home.
Oh yeah, that's the good stuff.
If somebody wanted to access UGM services, how would they do that?
Number one, all they have to do is stop down. Our reception is open 24/7. We're open on Christmas Day. We're open on every holiday. You just have to tell us what you need. If you need shelter, we'll try and get you into shelter. If you need meals, you're welcome to drop by at lunchtime or at dinner. We want to make sure that people get what they need at UGM. Sometimes it's something different. Sometimes it's I'm struggling with poverty or addiction. Can you help me with these things? Sometimes it's loneliness. Sometimes people just feel like they don't have hope. If you want to sit down, or if you want a meeting with a career development counselor, something like that, to help people overcome poverty, homelessness, and addiction in any way that we can, we're here to do that one life at a time.
Thank you so much for having us here.
So happy you came.
Another great organization is Music Heals. Stephanie Florian checks out their latest event.
Welcome to Vancouver's 3rd annual Rock and Roll Gala, Strike a Chord. I am on the scene here at the Imperial Vancouver, where momentarily music lovers, artists, musicians, industry people are going to filter through that door under one roof to celebrate and support an organization called Music Heals, and to celebrate the universal healing power of music as a therapy.
Music Heals is a Vancouver-based foundation, and we've given away $500,000 in 3 years to music therapy programs across the country, mostly in BC, because we spend the money where it's raised. And that's covering everything from kids to palliative care, the autism spectrum, dementia, burn units, bereavement programs, you name it. The feedback we were getting from the people who wanted to get involved, they wanted to do something bigger. So we responded by saying, okay, let's put on a party and throw kind of the ungala. This is a rock and roll gala. So we have a show. It's a rock show. It's hip hop. It's world music. It's electronica, all kinds of stuff.
Can you tell us a little bit about your music?
Yeah, we kind of play whatever we like, but because we come from such varied backgrounds, a lot of us have some South Asian influence and blood in ourselves, so obviously we bring that to the table, but then we also have a fiddle player who is of Scottish descent, and so she brings that to the table, and we're really into electronic music, so we sort of mash that in as well. I've rarely seen people with such a passion for making a change as the folks from Music Heals. They really walk the walk, and it's really important for us to be involved with that community here in our hometown in Vancouver.
Tell us why you're such a huge advocate for the organization.
Well, when I was young, I had a lot of music therapy done on me, to me, through me, and it really helped. It really facilitated all my needs, and it's pretty much the reason I'm as independent as I am today.
So what are some of the benefits of music therapy?
It's empowering, gives you a sense of independence. It's really incredibly healing for the spirit. And then physically, it's proven it helps your joints, works with your dexterity. So there's like so many positive things about it.
I think it's like, you know, regardless of whether I'm in a bad mood or a good mood, it reminds me of something that Chin said earlier today. I was talking with him and he said, even when it's bad, it's good. It still makes us feel something, and it still reminds us what it's like to be human.
What is music therapy to you as far as the benefits to people and your involvement?
Well, I've certainly seen over the years of being able to be involved with the charity, we see all these amazing, very powerful testimonial videos, not only from the therapist side of things, but also from the patients, the people that are receiving the gift of music. Literally, you can see the power in it. Even just that feeling of a song giving you that vibration, the toe tap, I'm doing it right now, the toe tapping, but imagine that amplified tenfold for someone that really needs that outreach and those vibrations. And some people sometimes, when I tell them how important that vibration is, they take a minute to think about it, and then they instantly understand, yes, you're right, it is so powerful. It is so amazing, and it's the language of the universe.
Yes, this is tomorrow is a midnight prayer. The corporeal moral lesson learned here is avoid that snare.
You used to play with Swollen members. What is going on for you right now musically?
Yeah, so I still am in Swollen, but I have a new group with my nephew called Alpha Omega.
This is the renaissance of rap. West Coast back in action. Charles Bronson, torches are passing.
He's 27. He's reinvigorated my passion for it. He really re-sparked something in me and gave me a new platform to work with. So with this, it's just been fresh and brand new.
1,000 bright white lights illuminate night skies. They form a semicircle with perpendicular lines.
How can people get involved after tonight?
Follow us on social media. We just want to create the conversation about the power of music and just stay engaged that way. If you're emotionally invested and want to support more, you can always go to the website, musicheals.ca.
It is amazing how music can instantly change your mood. Well, imagine the effects it can have on patients who are in physical or mental crisis. Music makes me
In our next story, reporter Sonia Gregar connects with the New York Times best-selling author of Yogalosophy.
Heartbreak is an experience that is universal to us all, whether it comes to the loss of a romantic relationship or a cherished life goal. But chips and ice cream don't have to be your go-through in hard times. New York Times best-selling author and renowned yoga instructor Mandy Ingber shows us a healthier way to heal in her new book, Yogalosophy for Inner Strength, 12 weeks to heal your heart and embrace joy.
My intention was never to become an instructor. I was an actress, but at a certain age I stopped acting. Something happened to me, an event in my life, and there was a period of time where I was doing just basically healing. And during that period of time, I learned to bring myself through really trying times, and then I became a teacher right after that, and so all of my experience prior to that siphoned through my teaching. I started a yoga teacher's training. It was during a breakup, and right after my father passed away, I started teaching yoga to the masses, basically.
One of the things that her celebrity clients like Jennifer Aniston have found so exceptional in Mandy is that she doesn't just talk the talk, but is actually always ready to walk the yoga walk. She teaches with vulnerability and honesty derived from her own life experiences.
I had my own issues growing up. I really learned how to transfer those emotions into something positive and productive. The same energy I was using to take myself down could actually help others. And so for me, teaching was this healing experience in order to inspire self-love in others. So my hope is that people come into a place of acceptance for their bodies. It's a Love Your Body into Shape program.
Mandy showed us just how to love ourselves into shape during the summer stop of her book tour in Vancouver. She shared her signature joyful, personable, and integrated approach to yoga at a class she taught at Semper Viva Yoga, and then followed it up with an intimate book signing.
This book is really a companion to help people through transitional times, and that's why I made it a 12-week program to use the emotions as fuel to start to, make change. I've had so many things happen to me, but for some reason heartbreak is the one that really hurts me the most in my heart, deep. I had to just learn how to be with myself in that feeling.
Yogalosophy for Inner Strength will redefine what you think you know about yoga with chapters like Growing Down that teach us that it isn't always about wanting more. It is equally important to ground ourselves in what we already have.
The concept of growing down is really just getting where you are. It's planting yourself where you are and deepening rather than we always think about expanding outward, but really when we go in and deeper and plant where we are, there's so much to discover and explore.
Mandy shows us that there is no need to choose between achieving more and mindfully owning where we currently are in life.
The practice of yoga is finding the balance between those two energies. How do I sit in stillness and also extend myself to advance? Being from America, it's always we're supposed to be at the top of our game and we're supposed to be succeeding and winning and doing and achieving, and those pressures don't really honor this other place that is so rich and important for compassion, creativity.
Instead of repressing heartbreak or running away from life's challenges, Mandy's Yogalosophy encourages us to harness their full healing potential.
When I started to look at my body in a way and frame it in a positive way, it started falling into place. We do have a choice every day to elevate ourselves to the best that we can be. That's not to say that we're not going to feel sadness or grief or loss. Those things are part of being human, and the richness of that is actually a valuable commodity.
For more information on Mandy and her work, you can go to her website. Reporting for Community Connection, I'm Sonia Gergar.
Well, that's a wrap for this edition of Community Connection from the Union Gospel Mission. We welcome your feedback. If there's a story you'd like to see, let us know on our Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube channel. For Community Connection, I'm Dana Schindel. Thanks for watching.